Is something wrong, love? Happy Otaku Day. I brought you something special. But don't get mad at me. Like you always do. Here, this will make you look better. We can go to my apartment. I have hot water. Just don't drop the soap. I'm paint. I love to finger paint. I have 0 friends. But it's okay. Because I've ate a lot of strangers. Goes to a strip club. Uses mom's credit card. Gets employee discount. Have I visited your country? No. Yes. Kurt Cobain vs Michelangelo. Artist. Lived to 88. Painted a ceiling. That moment when you realize that poof has the same color eyes as Juan Decimo, but then you also remember that it was Cosmo that had the baby. Jazz music stops. A Soviet soldier training his backflip tomahawk throw. Imagine being some poor German child who has been conscripted in 1945 and the last thing you see is fucking Chad Ivan 360 no-scoping your ass with a tomahawk while doing backflip with enough vodka in his system to kill a bear. How has serving impacted you? My wife fucked 10 guys while I was gone, and I'm afraid of fireworks. Post-nut clarity is just coming to your senses. Until we meet again. Oh honey, look at these poor orphans. We'll take the rat. Dominion Sparks. I got kicked out of Hogwarts for using black magic. The idea that you evolved from apes is disgusting. Isn't it nicer to believe you all descended from one couple and their incestuous children? I thought they are an evil version of the KKK. My name is NASA. The game is censoring the word ass and it's making it worse. Defenders. Nah. Dwarfs. The Sims Mobile. Do babies grow on their own, or do we need to interact with them? I forgot to look at the group name, and I was genuinely concerned, laughing out loud. Utah, man is struck by lightning while masturbating to Bible. Where is save data located? Just curious. In the balls. Developer. Don't use thus for a month. Just do it. Don't use your right hand for a month. I will just use your mom then. Man has 3 wives and doesn't work, but they do, because the king doesn't really move much on HS board, he says. When the US keeps blowing up your ride home. I'm actually quite the anomaly. My parents were humans. What's something that was ruined because too many people started doing it? My ex-wife. Don't ruin a good sundress by wearing panties. So what, I'm supposed to just let my balls tangle there? Chicago can't be that bad. Google Map Street View. I heard you're good in bed. Tell our mom to shut her mouth. Self-driving cars aren't even hard to make, lol, just program it not to hit stuff. If going to hit stuff, don't. Soon on CNN, Trump speaks on devices. Breaking news. New York City mayor, bomb sent to CNN was act of terror. NYPD package also contained suspicious white powder. Hey, no offense, but it weirds me out a little when you call me daddy in bed. You're not a kid anymore. You can just call me dad. Someone literally died on my flight today, so we made an emergency landing and everyone missed their connections. The guy behind me was complaining, saying how is it an emergency if they are already dead, and I'd just like to say that you, sir, are the devil. He's out of line, but he's right. When I found out my wife was having an affair, I was heartbroken. I turned to religion to cope. Now I'm Muslim, and we are stoning her tomorrow. Whole room water cooling. Water cooling my house. Water cooling net cafes in Asia. Go fuck yourself. Fuck me yourself, you coward. A YouTube tech creator built a wheelchair factory that makes fully custom chairs for $999. They're built in days, not months, by cutting out insurance and middlemen entirely. Now, if he starts crippling people, he can become a billionaire. Spider-Man was really selling pics of himself to newspapers. To survive, he started on OnlyFans before it was even a concept. What evil prank have you pulled off? My mum's laptop wallpaper was a picture of her granddaughter. I copied the picture 100 times and made her wallpaper a slideshow of the same picture over and over again, so the file would change but nothing would change visibly on the monitor. The pictures would change every 10 seconds. On one of the images I painted a tiny little curly mustache on her. So randomly for 10 seconds my niece would have a mustache. My mum thought she was either losing her mind or had a computer virus, and every time the mustache popped up, it was gone by the time she tried to show anyone. Stop. Don't shoot. Nice try. Florida man arrested for practicing karate by kicking swans in the head. I invented a new golf ball that will automatically go in the hole if it gets within 4 inches. Note to self, do not carry them in your back pocket. These rings let you feel your partner's heartbeat anywhere in the world. FaceTime me right now, Marcus. I know your resting heart rate and this ain't it. You running at 3 AM. Oh my god, it's Bigfoot. Oh my god, it's Tinewina. See anything cool lately? No, shut up. Act like a PFP. Hating furries doesn't make you cool. Wait, wrong account. I got you a book. I instantly thought of you when I saw it. Mr. Lovenstein presents failure. To my future wife. When I die, I want you to mix my ashes in a bowl of chili from Wendy's, then eat it. Just so I can tear that ass up one more time. Gandhi came to London in 1888. Jack the Ripper started his killing spree in 1888. Gandhi returned to India in 1891. Jack's supposedly last murder was in 1891. Jack's identity was never found out. Jerry will be back soon with more disturbing facts. What does it feel like to be a father? Really good. My sister is gonna have a baby. I'm gonna be a dad finally. Woman got $11,000 nose job and immediately divorced her husband. Who would even want her now that she has normal, unfuckable sized nostrils? 300 serial killers. Were they in a competition? Things like social media, Ring cameras and smartphones weren't a thing back then. Making it easier for crazy people to kill and get away with it. Where is that Guthrie lady at? I know. They had it so easy. Guess we have to find new ways. If alcohol can damage your short-term memory, just think what alcohol can do. A homeless guy asked me for money today. I looked in my pocket and all I had was a $20 bill. Do I really want this money going towards drugs, I thought to myself. No. So I gave him the $20. SEO players find they can escape by saying the N word and getting auto banned. Reports say the first person to escape this way was a player with the username Asuna, who discovered it by accident while yelling at a merchant named Tifa. Gohan is the most tragic character in Dragon Ball, not because he's lost anything, but because he had to grow up with both a nation mom and a black dad. Pensioner killed by flying cow that was hit by train and flung 100 foot while urinating on tracks. Whoever dies to this is gay. Hey, honorary, can a blonde and a redhead have a kid with black hair? Nope. Someone cheated. Pull my luggage trailer with camping gear, Pendleton. $2,000. Hello, is this still available? Principal, your son was caught with alcohol at school and he said his best friend gave it to him. Dad, he thinks I'm his best friend. Caution. This sign has sharp edges. Do not touch the edges of this sign. Also, the bridge is out ahead. Daniel Yang. Thank you Carlisle High School for teaching me friendship, understanding, community, kindness, youth, optimism, and unity. You see that bridge, Nick? It's one of them. What I call it, a metaphor. It's like us Sabotkas, and our union, and the whole working class in this country. It's gonna last forever, just like we are. Magic 8 Ball, am I stupid? Free. Gently used hot dogs. India's penetration cum blast warhead. Yes, that's the real name given by government and scientists. Penetration cum blast, PCB, warhead demo. Hey Greg, wanna play human? Sure Steve. I have so much depressions. I have to drive to work, only to afford gas to drive to work again tomorrow, laughing out loud. We can still make it to Argentina with the others. No, mean Farah, don't pull the trigger. A. Tadano can't sleep that night. Travel is not a matter of money, but of courage. Okay sir. Card. PayPal. Courage. I'll get you for this, you sons of bitches. I'll kill you all. Maybe don't write that part down. Shocked doctor discovers 30-year build up of smegma under the foreskin of married man who was suffering agonizing pain in his penis. Florida man threatens to kill man with kindness, uses machete named kindness. Kindness. I passed out like 3 times, but your birthday cake is done. Just saw a guy and girl kissing at her car outside the bar, and as he walked back to his car she goes, you promise you'll break up with her today, you better, summer is so back. If a girl ever pulls a knife on you during an argument, pull out bread, ham, and mayo, instincts will kick in, and she'll make you a sandwich. A 39-year-old woman has been sentenced to 12 months in jail after she was filmed cutting up and eating her daughter's hamster. Stepsister, ugh, my boyfriend won't have sex with me. Me, maybe it's smart to take it slow. Build a relationship on trust and shared interests. Porn director, cut. Dick Lake Park. Can I hire a hitman on the deep web to kill me and not tell him that he is killing me, but then kill him when he tries to kill me? If so, can I claim self-defense and say he was trying to kill me, but not mention that I hired him? The social and legal resources required to process such a manufactured situation would result in a significant net loss of utility for the community, making the entire plan fundamentally unethical and inefficient. This photograph I took of this bird in the sunset looks so peaceful. Am I high, or does that bird look like a rabbit on skis in the middle of a long jump? A 15-year-old dude pretended to be a 14-year-old girl on Tinder. A pedophile started to talking to him. They agreed to go out. When they arrived, the pedo was expecting a 14-year-old girl. He found a 15-year-old boy dressed up as Spider-Man that beat his ass. Welcome to Brazil. A dollar centio agredido for Amencamenhadas para a delegacia. Photo, Delegacia Regional de Josaba. Girl, I love collecting things. Guy, trying to impress her, I have 692 gigabytes of porn. Spirit Halloween. Silicon Valley Bank. See, you can shoot Joker in the face, but it's much harder to shoot issues like homophobia or systemic racism. I finally got my average resting heart rate down to 65 beats per minute. Only 65 more to go. I divorced my husband for a guy I met on Tinder. On the wedding day I found out it was my ex-husband. Men are indeed scum. The England football team visited an orphanage in Russia yesterday. It's heartbreaking to see their little faces with no hope, said Vladimir, aged 6, #ENGLANDSQUAD. China banned women from modeling lingerie on live streams, so men started doing it instead. Chinese fart porn. Mom would like to share a photo. Your father and I are getting a divorce. when your son is going through a phase. I keep being bullied because I'm in a wheelchair. What should I do? I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe you should try standing up for yourself. Bathroom tiles. Woman married to Eiffel Tower got divorced because she is now in love with a fence. Elmo doesn't care if you're white. Elmo doesn't care if you're black. Elmo doesn't care about anybody's skin color. You all taste the same. A biography of Hillary Clinton, written by Gail Sheehy and published in late 1999, stated that Mrs. Clinton had refused to talk to the president for 8 months after the Monica Lewinsky scandal broke. She resumed talking to her husband only when she phoned him and urged him in the strongest terms to begin bombing Serbia. The president began bombing within 24 hours. Alexander Cockburn observed in the Los Angeles Times. I filled the potholes. Pay me instead of your taxes. In 2019, a 22-year-old Canadian man named John McHugh took it upon himself to fill potholes after hitting a big one while on a drive with his mother. He also had a sign that said, I filled the potholes. Pay me instead of your taxes. Drivers thanked him for his work with cash, coffee, and joints. So this is how you cure baby fever. Laughing my ass off bet. I had baby fever, so I poked holes in my sister and her boyfriend's condoms, and 9 months later I became an auntie. It's a girl. Your girlfriend sends nudes. You accidentally leak them. But she can't figure out who leaked them. She can't figure out who leaked them. First date. Daughter survives every first date. Emotional. Rebecca Zamarlo's daughter Zadie goes on her first 10 dates. She will experience everything from her first kiss and eventually will. Cousins by faith, lovers by choice. When you paid for an hour and you still have 58 minutes. Wee. Damn Fatima. Hello Ahmed. Yes. It's Fatima. I've just got my license. We are no longer together. Why are you telling me this? Just look left and right before you cross any road. May Allah protect you. My mate has just seen the Chernobyl documentary. He actually grew up in Ukraine in the 1980s and was able to count at least 8 historical inaccuracies on one hand. So how much are you selling your PC for? £1,199.99. How much RAM does it have? I don't know, it belonged to my son that passed away recently. Get a Ouija board and ask him. Remember, Kevin McCallister could have phoned the police at any time. He was a child who had accidentally been left alone. One call and he would have been safe. But it was never about safety. He was hunting those men. He wanted them to die. It was fun for him. He enjoyed it. During a vid call, I realized that my co-worker had an extremely high quality webcam. I asked her about it and she said she streams regularly. I asked her for her Twitch ad and she asked, what's Twitch? But faster. He does exactly what I do. Ni hao. What? Ni hao. Are you dumb? Aren't you Asian? It's hello in Asian, you idiot. Look what I found in my mother's room. Man, I wouldn't watch that if I were you. How do people stay in the house all day? All my stuff is there and I don't like people. Soccer moms of the 1980s raising the Karens of the 2020s. Hi boss. Yes. I'm pregnant. So, I would need a few days leave now to discuss this with my boyfriend. Please approve my leave. Please first discuss this with my wife. She read your first couple of messages. And why can't you type all this in one message? Your Uncle Mark died. We are planning on cremating him. Dad, that's not how we use emojis. Do you think Chewbacca has a human-like dick, or is it one of those red rocket things that dogs get? George Lucas won't answer my emails. When Annan girls do that face melt thing. I told my 8-year-old son I would give him $10/hour to do some weeding. He said, if I can find someone to do it for $5/hour, can I keep the other $5? I don't know whether to be proud or nervous. Who you lasting longer with, 1 minute with Mike Tyson? Or 1 minute with Lana Rhoades? I do not think I would even be able to get an erection with Tyson. But I will try. How I thought serial killers would look like as a kid. How I actually look like. Hold up. Chocolate covered strawberries orders will be ready tomorrow at noon. Thank you all so much for your patience. Cybersex. Where is that? You start. But I don't know what role playing is. Takes off shirt. Takes out a gun. Slowly puts back on shirt. Lets him. Stop blaming video games. Some of you played Mortal Kombat your whole lives and never learned how to finish her. The first thing a man looks at in a woman is her heart. The fact that her breasts block the view is not our fault. Condoms aren't biodegradable. If you care about the planet, have unprotected sex. One condom is much less waste than the amount of waste a baby produces. A baby is biodegradable. Hi, is this Paul? Who is this? This is Erica from the dentist's office. I got your number from your file. Pretty sure this violates APO, but shoot your shot I guess. I'm not flirting with you. We have you on video stealing thousands of dollars of X-ray equipment. Soup base ingredients, sadness, salt, less than 1% of mal. Hydrolyzed corn, wheat and soy. Hydrated vegetables, onion, garlic. Soup basin. Sadness, salt. Hydrolyzed. Monosodium. Lloyd and Yor would be horrified by the number of cameras installed everywhere. Frankie would be ecstatic about the number of websites that offer free pornography. Yuri would use artificial intelligence tools to create disturbing videos involving his sister. He would also use them to create an interactive version of Yor. Hey, man. The leaves. They fell off your tree. They're incredibly biodegradable and will be gone by the end of winter. So you better hurry up and rake them into plastic bags. I knew God was toxic when me and him kept sending babies to each other back and forth. People above age 40, what's better in your 40s than your 20s? Sleeping with someone 15 years younger than you. Fellas, what's their band name? Challenge of the day. Name this band with 4 words or less. My Chemical Dependency. Silly putty implies the existence of serious putty. I believe that is called C4. Are you telling me that a shrimp fried this rice? Michelin star. Can you scratch my back? Yeah, where? Republic of Congo. My body is a temple. Yours, a nightclub. Temples are open to everyone. Nightclubs have restricted access. Nice try though. What does eggplant peach hot face mean? My son just got this text from a girl, and he is 13. Should I be worried? I think her dinner and dessert were perhaps a bit too hot, and she got burnt. I hope she is okay. Tell your son to check in on her for me. My husband once received a message like this from a work friend, and he got very nervous and headed straight over to her place to help. He is such a kind man, and I bet your son is too. Sex. Male. Error. User with this sex already exists. What makes you still love your husband? Loyalty and patience. His family have died. Bro, no way. Florida man climbs on playground equipment to tell children where babies come from. Does this mean someone fucked a Bigfoot? The son of Bigfoot. This is a serious discussion. Who fucked the Bigfoot? Me and who? I want to eat your coochie. I'm on my period. I want to eat your coochie. Doctor, you need to eat healthy. Me, no. Doctor, the last patient who didn't change their diet after I suggested it died. Me, oh my goodness. Doctor, in a plane crash. Me, that sounds unrelated. Doctor, I'm the one that crashed it. Do not disobey me. This plant-based alternative promises to help high schoolers quit vaping. My girl was 160 pounds. Americans. People from the United Kingdom. A guy just gave me $50 worth of skins because he thinks I'm a girl. I bought my girlfriend $50 of skins and this is what she said. Here is the screenshot proving it. The context: I added her tonight after a rough game. We had a lot of initial friction in the game, but we won anyways. Afterwards, I added her and fuck Boris. But not in the classroom, because that's clearly nonsensical. You win $1 million, but you have to give a quarter to charity. Everyone else with $750,000. Me with $999,999.75. How tall are you? How big are your tits? Thank you for failing my test. My boyfriend is conducting a study on toxic men and how they get really defensive when asked about their height and tend to try to offend women by asking about commonly known insecurities in women, like weight, or degrading them by asking about their chest size. That's what you did. Thank you for being a part of the examples on what not to do. I hope you become less toxic one day. I just found my cousin's SIM card and she passed away 3 years ago. I'm thinking of sending her boyfriend text saying guess who's back. Hell no. Why myself or my kids will never get the flu shot. One of the many reasons. Texas. 14-year-old virgin falls pregnant after flu shot. World's News Daily Report.com. You can have your ashes turned into a playable vinyl record when your day comes. bit.ly/2kr6qf5. So they finna play me while I'm dead, just like they did when I was alive. Video games have come a long way. Like, this is actually insane. Fast X director says Paul Walker is very much alive after he appears in new trailer. We want to sit on your face, respectfully. DetoSunglasses.com. Mom, I called daddy on your phone. Daughter, and Mom, your father picked up, you fucking virgin. Daughter, you know nothing. Woman hates selfies and decides to photograph herself dead all over the world. Imagine if someone kills her and keeps posting the pictures. Nudes aren't something I generally send on accident. Not good. I know you wouldn't. But when you said you was wasted, I thought maybe I don't need to ask that. Wait, were you asking me for nudes? Yeah. Oh my. Aren't we related? Well, yeah. Definitely not bees. Shake vigorously before opening. When she says she's pregnant, but you wore a condom and pulled out, and she's on birth control plus you're infertile, and it was anal. Girls, life is too short to waste time on dumb things. Boys. Man dancing in front of his dog 1 hour. This albino squirrel comes to our door and rubs its nipples and just stares at us. My grandma does the same thing. Told him I used to be in an abusive relationship, now he's hugging me like I was the victim. Puma's latest trainers go viral as they look like Adolf Hitler. These are for when you really want to finish a race. I'm going to travel back in time. Find a dinosaur egg. Bring it back to the future, sit on it until it hatches, raise it, love it, and then watch it mangle your lifeless and helpless carcass. While I touch myself inappropriately. My whole life was a lie.